Do you know that there are 350 types of fish that can produce electricity in the world? These fish have an insane biological structure that can produce electricity for them. But how is this possible for a fish without getting harmed by this electric power?
Yes, I have searched on the web but can't get a proper easy explanation. Can you help me to understand it?
Of course! In today's episode of Aqualife Expert, we will learn how fish produce electricity within just 2 minutes. So without wasting any time, let's start the countdown. Experts have divided electric fish into 3 categories. Electric eels are the first and the most famous one. All of us probably know this fish, right? Electric rays come in the second category, and in the third category, the elephant nose fish are considered who can produce electricity. However, electric nose fish produce much less electricity compared to an electric eel. An electric eel can produce up to 600 to 850 volts, where elephant nose fish can produce only less than a volt. The body part of the electric eel is divided into 3 parts that help to produce electricity. These are the main part, hunter's organ and sash organ. The main organ and hunter's organ produce high dosage electric currents, while the sash organ is responsible for the low voltages. Within these organs, cells are called electrocytes arranged in stacked columns, just like batteries. These columns are arrayed parallel to each other with fluid-filled spaces between them. These cells generate the eel's electric punch. The number of electrocytes in a column and the number of columns dictate how much electricity in the fish can produce. So you have already known that their cells are called electrocytes that are responsible for the whole matter. Now let's simplify how electrocytes generate current. Generally, electrocytes release sodium and potassium ion, and that's why the outside of the cells remains positively charged. Now when the brain of an electric eel sends signals rapidly, then it starts to get positive ion inside. This way, an electrocyte turns into a very small battery, but this becomes lethal when millions of cells start getting the same level of signals. See, it is just completed within just 2 minutes. I hope you get this point well, right? You should know that it doesn't only occur when they see any prey or any threat. These types of fish get help from it to identify any object in front of them. Besides this, they can get an idea of its size, whether it is dead or alive, etc. Because generally they get poor eyesight.
Yes, but why don't they get affected by their electric punch?
Very good question. Here you need to know the electric organ of strongly electric fish is paired with fat and connective tissues. When the fish release their shock, these tissues insulate the fish from their own offensive tactic. This way they don't get affected by it.
At last I understand. Thank you, Aqualife Expert, for explaining this so beautifully.
So if you love fish and want to understand some complex but interesting fish related topics, then subscribe now. You will not regret it after all. And if you like this video, then share it with your friends. Now it's time to go. Aqualife Expert signing off.